One of the most successful phones from Samsung in recent years is the Galaxy S20 Fe. Even though it was released in 2020, the S20 Fe is still one of the most popular phones even in 2021. I've been using it from time to time for over a year now, and the S20 Fe is one of the phones I recommend the most to my friends. In this video I'm going to tell you if the S20 Fe is still worth buying for 2021 holidays. When it comes to the build quality, the S20 Fe doesn't really feel that premium, at least for me. This is because it has a plastic back, and I am used to many glass back phones. For a regular user, however, this shouldn't be an issue, because it isn't like the cheap plastic Samsung used in phones many years ago. The frame on the other hand feels very premium, because it is made of aluminum. Since it has a plastic back, the S20 Fe feels very light in the hand, and to me it gives the impression of a cheap device. I am however a fan of all the colors, with the green being my favorite. It has a flat screen which is nice, but the bezels are huge in comparison to other phones. It is worth mentioning that the Galaxy S20 Fe is also IP68 water and dust resistant. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Fe has a 6.5-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display. The display of the S20 Fe is one of the best in the industry at its price range. First of all, it has a 120Hz panel, and everything on it feels very smooth and fluid. It is also very vibrant, and it gets very bright outside, even though not as bright as the S21 Ultra. For some reason, however, it doesn't support HDR videos, and I was shocked when I first found out it misses this feature. What's more surprising for me is the fact that I haven't seen a big YouTuber mention this missing feature. Most of the people won't notice it, however, so this is not a big deal. The S20 Fe runs perfectly Android 11, and it will be soon updated with Android 12. Samsung's One UI has always been my favorite Android skin, and it is no different on the S20 Fe. I have never experienced any lag with this device. The S20 Fe comes with the Exynos 990 for the 4G model and with a Snapdragon 865 for the 5G model. I have here the 5G model, and performance on this device is amazing. It can easily handle everyday tasks, and heavy games aren't a problem either. The S20 Fe with Snapdragon is more powerful than the S20 Ultra with Exynos, and it is almost on par with the S21 Ultra. It has 6GB of RAM, which is fine for most of the people. The base storage of this phone is 128GB, and if you want more, it does have an SD card slot. The S20 Fe has triple cameras on the back, a 12-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and an 8-megapixel telephoto with a 3x optical zoom. Pictures taken with the main camera are what you'd expect from Samsung, sharp and vibrant with excellent dynamic range. The ultra-wide camera is the same one found on the Note 20 Ultra, so it too shines in daylight. The 3x telephoto camera has a slightly worse quality, even though it is good for most of the people. All of the cameras support night mode, so the results are amazing in the dark too. The telephoto camera, however, is only activated when there is a lot of light. On the front it has a 32-megapixel camera, and pictures taken with it are very detailed, but the skin color isn't always as accurate. The selfie camera does also support night mode, and the results are very good. The S20 Fe is also amazing in video recording. It can't shoot 8K videos, which is fine for me since 8K is still far from perfect. When shooting at 4K at 30 frames per second, videos are flagship level, with amazing colors and stabilization. Only the main camera can shoot videos up to 4K at 60 frames per second, but honestly this shouldn't bother anyone, because even at 4K at 30 frames per second the results are perfect. iPhones, however, are still better at video recording, so keep that in mind. I would like to show you some samples I took with the S20 Fe during my usage. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Fe has an amazing battery life. It can easily get you through a day with a single charge, even if you are a heavy user. It has a 4500 mAh battery capacity, just like the S20 Plus, but the battery on the Fe is much better. The main reason, at least for me, is the processor, since my S20 Fe is powered by Snapdragon and my S20 Plus is powered by the Exynos 990. It does support 25 watts of charging, and for 2021 it is just average, since there are phones out there that cost half the price of the S20 Fe, but can be charged much faster. It does, however, support wireless charging and wireless power share. When it comes to the audio, the S20 Fe has dual speakers. The speakers on the S20 Fe are very loud. They aren't as clear, however, compared to the S20 Plus, for example. The S20 Fe, just like the rest of the S20 series, misses the headphone jack. The main security feature of the S20 Fe is the in-display fingerprint scanner. Even though it is only an optical scanner, it reads my finger every time, and it is very quick too. It isn't as slow like on the A series, so I am happy with it even though it isn't an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner found on flagships. It does also support face unlock, and even though it scans my face in 2D, I feel very confident using it. If you don't want to use these features, however, you have always an option for a PIN or a password. So is the S20 Fe still worth in late 2021? Actually yes, it is. The S21 Fe is just around the corner, but that device will probably cost more than $600. As of right now, where I live, the S20 Fe is priced at $400, which is amazing for what it offers. The S20 Fe was never a true flagship, but it still does almost everything what a flagship offers. It completely crushes every phone from the A series, including the A72 and the A52s, so if you were planning to buy any of the A phones, don't do that. Buy the S20 Fe instead, because it has a flagship processor and flagship cameras. If you own this device, I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.